Hi. So I have had to disappear into the bedroom because my husband has decided to be extremely noisy outside, right where I would normally record this. So thanks, Trev. I wanted to pop on and talk to you a little bit about postnatal libido. Now, it's a bit of a touchy subject, but what I've recently discovered is that a lot of women aren't talking about it. A lot of women who have had a baby or had a second baby or had a third baby are not talking with their friends or other mums about the fact that they just don't feel like it. They think they've got a problem with their husband. They think that they are not in love with their husband anymore, although they know they are, but maybe they're not attracted to him anymore. What is this thing? Why don't I want to have sex with him? Why am I happy to be intimate maybe, but not go all the way? And there's a lot of stuff that comes up there. Obviously, that's a hugely emotional thing as well as being physical, because sometimes we might want to, we just don't want to. But we don't know why. We don't know why we don't want to, because before we had a baby or before we started a family, we did. And now we just don't. And it's not that we don't love them, because sometimes we still do, sometimes we don't. And that's a whole nother TikTok. But sometimes we are just not sure what's going on. I just want to honour the fact that it's actually really, really normal to not necessarily want to have intercourse, to not necessarily have a high libido. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One of the biggest reasons is, again, this idea of postnatal depletion. Being intimate requires energy. It requires staying awake. Without young people awake, it requires, being touched. And sometimes we're all touched out. It requires our emotions and our hormones to be in balance. There's a number of reasons why libido will be affected, but one of the big ones is exhaustion. If you are exhausted, your libido's out the window. Who's got the energy for sex when you don't even have the energy sometimes to eat all the time? So I just want to honour the fact that this is actually really normal to not have a libido after having a baby for a while. And sometimes that can take a really long time to get back. And other times it can take not so long. Sometimes when it takes a really long time, it's actually got more to do with our emotional health than our physical health. If you're in a space where you'd like to talk about that, please give me a call. fantasticfuture.com.au